Hello everyone, welcome to another video here at Premium Motors. This one I'm doing a walk around and drive if the rain holds off, because it's coming. It's right over there. 1970 Chevrolet C10 pickup, 8-foot bed. I'm doing this video because we have some customers that have emailed me and want me to post a video so they can see it in a video. This truck was painted 10 to 12 years ago. I was told it is kind of a custom metallic green paint. Still represents pretty well, but there's a couple flaws in it. There's some scratches, little things like this. Of course, this is not a standard trim. That's trim from later, from like the 80s, I would think. It was on Jamb vehicles. It has some scratches and things in it. Truck's got a nice stance. It does run and drive really well. Has a nice sound to it. Some more little scuffs back here. The bed has been bed lined at some point in its history too. There was the old spare tire carrier there. Large back window with the white and kind of a sea misty green going on. There's a scratch here. Like I say, there's some imperfections. Truck was driven quite a bit. There's a little rust bubbling down there. I have not seen too much more rust on the truck. Somebody, it looks like, has already replaced the rockers at some point. And there is just a little surface rust right here, but that's not big cancer or nothing. It's just a little oxidized. Truck has, like I said, don't know how many miles are on it off the top of my head. Maybe 10,000 since it was done. I'll open the hood here. Get you a look under the hood. It's all painted, the firewall's painted. In a couple places, like you can see right here at the nose, I'll go in a little closer. See, that was the original color. It was more of the greeny metallic, and now it's a little more silvery green. It's noisy out here on the main road today. It's got nice inner fenders in it. Brakes, power steering. So small block Chevy with aluminum heads and kind of a polished intake dress-up kit. It's got a quick fuel carburetor under the air cleaner. You have a battery disconnect on-off switch here. Everything, some headers, makes decent power, and it, like I say, it drives out pretty good. We'll do a quick walk into the interior. You can see it's got custom wheels, 20-inch wheels, with 295/40s on the rear. They're American Racing wheels. Up front, you have, what's the size on those? 255/45s with Toyo tires. The interior is nice. It's got newer carpet, it's a little dirty from my feet. It's got a nice fancier inlaid seat cover, old school billeted steering wheel. It's not quite my cup of tea, but steering wheels are not hard to change. Headliner, everything's nice. Gas tank is still behind the rear seat. It has Dakota digital gauges. Close the door, make it a little less windy. We'll start it up. Starts right up. The carburetor's pretty much dialed in. Sometimes there's a little fan belt squeak. Not really happening right now. You got Dakota digital odometer on that. It says 27,000 miles. I don't know if that's true. It could be true. If somebody drove it. You got a switch over here. That's these are for your gauges. If you push left, it cycles the, get in here where you can see it, cycles the trip odometer and stuff on the left gauge. And then if you circle right, you have a clock, and you can cycle the gauge gauges on the right by pushing to the right. It does have a aftermarket stereo and aftermarket speakers down in the kick panels. It sounds decent. There's also a subwoofer, an amp thing, I think, mounted under the seat there. And we'll let you walk out here at idle. Sounds pretty good. Got the exhaust tip kind of angled out to the side. Loud noise across. Oh, it's the garbage man. So there's a walk around. I'll go show you the other door quick. I guess I'll open the hood quick, let you listen to the motor at idle so you hear that there's no ticky noise. Show you the door jamb in here. Like I say, the rocker's already been replaced at some point, and there's just a little surface rust now. I don't see maybe a little evidence of an old rust repair there in that cab corner too. But the rest is looking good. It does have a couple little things and stuff, like I say. Here's the motor. Camera up and we'll take a cruise around the block. Okay, we are back in the truck. We're going to take a little cruise. Seatbelt on. That rain cloud is coming. So mirror. Drive quality of this truck, I think, is really nice. We have bouncy roads. I prefer long beds just because they're a little less bouncy than a short bed. Just make a smoother ride. See, I don't have a lot of input in the steering wheel. I'm not chasing it all over the road. That door's not closed though, because I didn't close it. Very good. So the brake pedal's good, the steering's good, drives nice. Like I said before, pretty simple truck, nothing fancy or overly outrageous. You do have front disc brakes, rear drums, standard. It's got a nice stance and look to it. Shifter thing here is a little off, so it's not quite lined up with the dial. It's a little low. That's just the adjustment in the cable and everything, so that's kind of typical with aftermarket setups. They don't get them perfectly dialed in. You have
unknown caller.
The Bluetooth works. I do have my phone Bluetooth to the radio. That is a Bluetooth stereo. Let me turn that off. Sorry, I'll talk right now. I'm driving. But you do have defrost is working. This vent, the way they put the tube and stuff in, doesn't quite sit down perfectly. That's how you gotta adjust the base level for the subwoofer here. You do have electric cutouts on a switch over here. I think this is supposed to be horn subtle noise, like a horn not working good, but the horn button here isn't working, so I think that's supposed to be a horn, or maybe there's only one hooked up. Turn the heater. You got high and low, and then off for vent. And you got heat. Sorry, I cut that guy off. I thought he was waiting for me because he had his phone up with his light on. I thought he was taking a video of me driving. So that's why I went. He was just sitting there. Maybe he was just on his phone. Now we're getting into a little bit of the rain, which is no big deal. Big downpour. This is a real, yeah, that's, just making sure I was in third gear. Oh, it's raining pretty good up here. You can see it. So we're cruising right around 40 miles an hour, and I'm doing about 1,800 RPM on the tach. Having a fire, I can smell it. Doesn't smell very good. I don't know what they're cooking. I don't know what they're burning, but it stinks. Where's my wipers? Here's my wipers. Wipers work. It's coming down really good right now. Really coming down. There's a little squeak in the transmission on the, oh, it's going away. There's that little squeal, now it's going away. Gotta love April showers. They bring me flowers is what they say. They also make it hard to play baseball. I'm coaching my kids' baseball team, and I'm supposed to have practice, but it's supposed to rain this afternoon, so we might get rained out. That's Seattle for you this time of year. Lots of makeup baseball. But like I say, nothing too crazy with this truck. It does drive out really nice. Biggest little things are the little imperfections in the cosmetics. Mechanical wise, it seems to run good. There's a small oil leak and a small tranny leak, which is pretty typical of most vehicles that I see through my shop because they sit so much. Some of the seals dry up and start leaking. Although on the transmission, it might be something else. I forgot. I'm making a point. Transmission was rebuilt, I was told, not very long ago, so it shouldn't be a seal on that, but maybe something's leaking, like a speedo cable or something. I should look at it and figure it out. You got on your Dakota digital gauges, you got volts, temperature, oil pressure. Right now the RPM's up is close to 70. Temperatures at 140. Fuel, I don't know how accurate the gauge is. It's reading halfway between 1/8 of a tank and 1/4 of a tank. And yeah, that's what we do. So that was our little cruise around the block. The lights and wipers, blinkers work. Say the defroster works. So I will pull it in here. Quite make it around the block without getting wet, and I'll wipe it down. Turn those off, pull up there, and there's my drive. If you like the video, hit the like button. You can subscribe. I don't put out a lot of videos, but I do videos. Sometimes on cars I like, and sometimes when customers request them. I got to do a video of that 67 Fairlane coming up, which is a cool custom car. But that was the drive around in the 1970 C10. Have a good day.